Yo, good afternoon, everybody. This is the one and only Huncho J23, and you are now tuned in to the latest, hottest, most episodic show on Instagram Live. That is the Independent Scene, episode 139. I want to take this opportunity right now to thank of you for being with me on this evening. I want to thank you guys for always showing. I hope that you guys will be inspired on today's episode. It is truly going to be amazing as always. I want to take this opportunity to thank in advance my guest for this evening. He goes by the name of Murphy. He is a part of one of the collective groups entitled CRG Music, the label. Shouts out to those guys over there doing their thing, putting in the groundwork, putting in the foundation, doing their thing. Shouts out to Carolina Waves, shouts out to Crossbones, and all the other collectives and all the other independent artists all over North Carolina. I hope that you guys will be inspired by this, and I hope that you guys are ready to be filled with this information that's about to be put out on this afternoon. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time. Once again, welcome back to the show. My guest, he is CRG's own Murphy. Let's holler. What's good, Kenny B? What's goody? What's goody? Yeah, what's going
What's
on,
going
brother?
on, man?
What up, my guy?
Not much, man. We just chilling in here, in the studio. Me and King.
What up, King? What up, King?
He just walked out, but yeah, he's in here.
Oh, okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How you doing, my man? Welcome back to the show, my brother.
Doing good, man. Doing good. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you having me back.
Most
Yeah.
most definitely, man. You know I got you, my guy. You know I got you. So as first things first, my brother, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know who you are, where you calling from, all that good stuff, and then like I said, we're gonna jump right into it, man. Let's get it.
All right, no doubt, man. I'm Murphy, CRG. You know what I mean? Day one, my boy EJ. Many people have came and gone since we started CRG. We grew up rapping on the school bus together, and started our little home studio a long time ago, and it's turned into something I never imagined it being. But I mean, I do all types of music. I try to be versatile with stuff like that. Um, yeah, and that's about it, man. You know,
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, once again, my brother, it's always a dope pleasure having you on this platform, have you on this channel. And like I said, once again, shout out to my CRG fam. What's good with y'all boys? You know what I'm saying? Y'all have truly been putting in that work, and I'm just so honored and proud to watch you guys' journeys, see what you guys got going on, and to really, just really continue to solidify yourselves out here as one of the dopest collectives out here in the independent scene and in the game. You know what I mean?
we appreciate that, man. Definitely, we really appreciate that, and we all have something different to bring to the table. You know what I mean? We all work hard at this stuff, and CRG thing we pride ourselves in, even aside from the music, man. We're like a family. We all go through some crazy shit and whatnot, you know, and it's like the Tupac line. We might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we'll burn this bitch down, get us pissed. You know what I mean? Like, we come a long way from the beginning, so
Right.
that means a lot, you know.
I agree. And like I said, definitely again, for those of you that are now tuning in, you know what I'm saying, welcome to the Independent Scene episode 139. I want to, give you guys this honor and this pleasure, of, bringing to you guys week after week more content. All right. So first things first, man, I'm switching up the tempo because usually, I go with music vibes, but today it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little, switching lanes here and there. So, let's get this show started. All right. So first things first, man, being a part of a collective, known as CRG Music, shouts out to the homie EJ, in the building, shouts out to him, and being a part of you guys and rocking with you guys for as long as I have, I got to know, man, what's good, my boy? I gotta know, man. What's it like, man, being a part of a family that really, genuinely, truly supports everything that you got going on and has truly backed you up every step of the way. Let us know about that bond that's in within CRG.
It's man, it's it's something that's difficult to put in words, honestly. Like, you know, we say family, but it's a different type of family. I mean, everybody goes through different things in life, good and bad, and we celebrate the good and we hold each other down for the bad, man. You know, if the thing, even if you know, music never were to pop off the way it has, and in the future, whatever happens, you know what I mean, we're gonna stick together. You know, we've been through a lot of shit, and you know, going around doing shows and all that. I mean, shit, we had fun. We, you know, we took the beach trip like Vape 2. You know, I'm playing one of the songs from Vape 2 now. Me and Two Real started that. Me and him going to Baltimore doing the first Vape. You know, that was when I first started engineering, and now this past weekend was one of my first times back engineering doing Vape 2. So it's kind of crazy how that happened. But yeah, man, it's dope. It's really dope.
Okay. Okay. Well, we definitely, from myself and the whole independent scene fam that rock on this platform, we definitely appreciate, your, what I'm saying, your insight and your true fondness and your true passion for rocking with a team that truly, what I'm saying, helps elevate you and helps motivate you. But so that takes me into my next question. Aside from CRG music, what has been your push? What has been your motivation that keeps you going on a day-to-day basis and keeps you, really continuing to put in the work out here that needs to be put out here and for this music scene?
Okay. For one, my daughter, of course, and you know, for the music scene, growing up, you know, when I'd go through some things and whatnot, I would listen to music when I'd be in my feelings, or whether it was mad, sad, whatever. When people reach out to me when I put out deep songs, things like that, and they tell me what it meant to them, you know, and that lets me know that I'm doing for those people what music once did for me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that means the world to me. And there was times when I didn't do music for a long period of time, and my brother King right here is a big reason I'm doing it now. You know,
Right.
I was out of commission for a while. I wasn't doing anything, and a couple times a week, all the time. Hey, bro, got a beat for you. Hey, man, you got to write. Hey, you got to get back on it, man. And yeah, he really. I think at times, you know, people like that, you don't realize that they see your potential more than you do. And you know, he definitely kept me, and a lot of other people that really would be like, hey, you still making music? Hey, I remember this song or that song, you know, that stuff goes a long way. You know? So yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I feel that. I feel that. Okay. All right. So, man, I must ask, man. We're facing a lot right now in this world, man. With everything that's going on all across the country, all across the world. But I got to, how have you been managing and dealing?
Uh-oh,
You still there?
we're losing.
Yo,
Come on back. Cool, cool.
all right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you're a little better.
All right. So it says it's buffering on you guys' end. I don't know if you guys have. I see you guys moving, but buffering.
Nah, now, man, I'm losing.
Yeah, you're losing. You're losing. Um, connection. Yeah, you might have to go back to the spot because it's losing.
Yeah.
All right, bet that. All right, so you can hear me.
There we go. There we go.
Some technical difficulties,
Welcome to
guys,
the
but
Honcho
just
Show.
hang tight, bear with us, guys. We're trying to get it right. Yo, Murph, can you hear me, bro?
You in and out, man.
It says you're going in and out, man. Going in and out. Hop down and come back up.
All right. Hold on, let me try something real quick. All right, yeah. I'm gonna hop off and come back.
All right, bet. Oh no, technical difficulties do happen, but hopefully we can get my man's, back in the building and, really, continue to dig deep into this interview. Shouts out to Scoop underscore Dondalo was good. 100 all the women. As you guys can see, I got my Black Panther man going on. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, the original, the OG Black Panther. Shouts out to I send my condolences and my regards to his family and all of his friends. We lost an icon out here, guys. But it's that you guys know 2020 is no joke. 2020 has truly been. It's been a wild ride, for all of us. So, we got to continue to stick together, man. We definitely got to continue to stick together. But let me see if I can get my man's back in the building, and then we're going to finish this up, you know what I mean? But I hope you guys are enjoying you guys this afternoon. It's truly, like I said, like I've been saying, it's truly a pleasure and an honor being able to bring you guys this interview, this time, this moment. Yeah, like I can't thank you guys enough for the outpouring of love that you guys have given me throughout this process. And my guy is back, so let's get back into it. There we go. There we go. We back. We back in business.
Yeah.
All right, so I had left off. I was asking you, man. So, when it comes to being on this journey, being on this path, man, what has been your motivation? What's been your push to keep you going and to really, put things into full perspective of why you do what you do?
Okay, yeah. Like I said before, I must have cut out, but my daughter and the team, and like it's been many times I ain't even rap for a while. I ain't do nothing, no music for a long time. And EJ, mostly, he be hitting me up. I got this beat, I got this going on, and he kept me going.
Okay. Well, again, shouts out to the homie EJ. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, always staying on you guys, making sure that everybody is pulling their weight. Um, so now I want to kind of switch gears, man, because social media, man, has taken a mind of its own, and it has found a way to, be all over. So, but what I got to know from you is, what's it like being a part of this social media world and being able to, embark on, everything that you got going and being able to put it out through social media to where people are able to pay attention and take notice to it?
Social media definitely helps. I mean, it helps in many ways, and it has ways it can be toxic too, but that's gonna come with the territory with music, with or without social media. Some people gonna fuck with you, some people aren't. But social media definitely helps. Share everything. People you may have never known. Like I recently did a feature with an artist from all the way from Nigeria. So that all happened through social media. And I really did it out of the love, just 'cause seeing him grind. And you know, dude come from a rough place and everything. And he told me how he'd save up money. He'd record his songs on his phone so he could memorize them, save up, and go to the studio once he had them memorized. And you know, he's grinding, trying to do his thing. So when he sent me the song, you know, we're at a level now we can charge for features. You know what I mean? But sometimes you see somebody like that, you see people trying, working hard, you know, you do it out of love. So
Most
I was
definitely.
happy, and I was glad to see his reaction. I could tell he loved it, man. That verse too, that verse come out way crazier than I expected it to. Like, yeah, so uh social media is dope, man. You know, as long as you know how to work it right, because you can get in some crazy shit on social media for
Right.
sure.
That part, I feel that. Okay, I feel that. I appreciate your intellect on that. All right, so my next thing, man, that I would love to know from you, man, is, you spoke about your daughter, man, and being a father. What has been that, what has that experience been like for you, being a father, alongside everything that you got going on? What is that relationship and that bond like with your daughter, and being able to have that connection with her, to where she understands that, this is part of daddy's job, this is what daddy does? Like, talk to us a little bit about, fatherhood a little bit, and let us know what's it like being a dad.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Now it's really cool with my daughter because she likes music, and one of my strong points with music is memorizing things. Like I memorize my verses really quickly. I memorize other people's verses quickly, and she picks that up from me. Like the little movies and stuff we watch, she memorizes the songs quick, and she'll go around singing them. And as far as me doing music, it's never really affected uh, our relationship in any kind of way. She knows I do music, and even being around it. One time at my pop's house, he has microphones and stuff. I was telling her we could make a song. You know, she's 4, so I'm like, we can make a song about whatever. You know, it could be a rainy day. It could be this. She's like, what about the beach? I'm like, yeah, we make one about the beach. You know, going to the beach, put the sand on my feet. You know, like I started playing with her with that, and she's like, I don't know, but she loves music. You know, and yeah, so it affects us in only good ways. You know what I mean?
I feel that, and I feel that, and I definitely, I definitely want to salute you, man, on being a good father, and continuing to stay in your daughter's life, man, because I feel like that's so important. We see so many cases every day, man, of you know couples who have been together for a while. They make a baby, then they split, then you got to go through the whole joint custody battles and things of that nature, man. But for you to be the guy that you are, and be so humble, and being able to still, stick with your daughter through whatever the situation is, that definitely shows strength. And I commend you for that. And I definitely salute you. And I definitely, wish you all the best, continuing to raise your daughter, man, and definitely hope that she, gets to that age where she, finds out where, what she would love to do, and she chased her dream, like just like how you did yours. So definitely much love and much salute to you, so being that dope dad, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I really appreciate that, man. I really do, because you know, as you said, there's a lot of fathers that aren't there. And in my situation growing up, I only had my pop. You know, my mom was there, but uh, with that, you know, it's hard from time to time with her mother, and sometimes we get along just great. But either way, no matter the situation, I'm gonna make it work. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to have an army to keep me away from her. That's my blood. That's my little girl, and you know, I'm gonna find a way no matter what. So yeah, for sure.
Most definitely, most definitely. I definitely feel that. So real quick, man, switching gears, switching lanes real quick, man. We've been having, some pretty epic battles, that have been produced by two of the greatest icons, two of the greatest OGs in the game. We have, Swiss Beats and Timberland putting together these versus battles, man. But I gotta know, what's it like, being able to sit back and see this greatness commence in front of us, and being able to take a trip back down memory lane. You know, what is that process? What has that process been like? And seeing those iconic battles.
Oh man, it's dope. I saw the one with Method Man, and Method Man is one of my top five. I used to listen to Method Man all the time. I still do. You know, for my music, I'll go back to '90s rap. You know, Method Man, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, you know, Big L, all of them, man. There's a bunch, but yeah, I love to see stuff like that because, you know, that's where I fell in love with hip hop, that era, and nowadays too. I'm gonna step out. I might step out of the porch, but nowadays too, like the new music's good. Like there's a lot of good new stuff coming out. Um, it's evolved. It's turned into something different, but everything evolves and changes over time. But yeah, there's a lot of dope new artists. Yeah.
Okay, I feel that. So, who could you possibly want to see in the next versus battle? Because we've had so many, but who would you love to see next? You know, go toe to toe and one on one.
Ooh, man, that's a tough one. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Well, I just mentioned Mos Def. I think Mos Def is a lot of people know. I mean, they know who he is, but I think he's slept on kind of in many ways. And then Redman. You know, I mentioned Method Man before. Redman is just that dude's always been nasty. Let's see. Yeah, nah. I think that'd be dope.
Okay, so Method Man and Red Man. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I feel that. All right. So Swiss Beats, Timberland, y'all heard the challenge, man. Let's make it happen. All right. So once again, switching lanes, man, switching gears, man. Again, we're facing this pandemic. We're facing this whole, movement of the whole Black Lives Matter movement, things of that nature, and so many other situations surrounding, our country, man. But when it comes to mainly and specifically the pandemic, and the movement and the whole mental health, what is your response to all of that, and how do you, make it through from day to day, dealing with what's being placed in front of us and transpiring in the world.
Oh man, it's a crazy world we live in, man. Like I never thought growing up I'd see a damn coronavirus, a pandemic like that, and then riots in the streets and people being killed by police. And to go back with what I was saying about doing the feature with the artist from Nigeria, it's crazy to hear their perspective from other countries. He's talking to me about things over there and all the crazy stuff that happens over there. And he's like, they say police kill people in America. I'm like, yeah, police kill people. He's like, man, that's crazy. He's like, over here we see police, we feel safe. And they got a lot of crime. I guess to them, it's the police. If you've joined the police, you're really sticking your neck out to protect people. And that says a lot for like where we've come as a country. That people like police need to be trained better. They need to go through a better screening process, something, because a lot of these guys say, "Oh, I was scared, or I thought he had a gun, and I thought," you know what I mean? And we get held accountable for running a stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
Go to court, pay fines. Everybody gets held accountable. There's people sitting in a jail cell right now for like a weed charge or something petty. These people murder somebody and go on paid leave. You know what I mean? That's just fucking crazy to me. And I'm the baby song, the bigger picture. I actually started writing to it the other day. I'm gonna speak on it and that on Bake too, because what I mean. I got a you know I got a lot of family, and when I say the word brother, that word has no color. You know what I mean? So I hate to see good people struggle. I hate to see any type of people held down, race, whatever the case may be. I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Most definitely.
we gotta as a people, man, like, gotta get it together somehow, because I see so much shit that just makes me sick, like with that subject, you know. But we
I
gonna
feel
get there, man.
I feel that. Well, real quick, let me give a shout out to the fam that's in the building. I got to give a shout out to Just
Yes,
Line
sir.
was good. I got to give a shout out to Too Real was good. I got to give a quick shout out to the homie Three Times was goody. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else tuning in. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I rock with y'all a long way. You know what I mean? All right,
Yeah.
so my next topic, man, again, switching gears, man. So, there has been, talks about, the women, coming up in this game and really, solidifying themselves out here and putting their stamp on in the ground, man. But what is it like, seeing the women come into this, being in this industry, being able to work with them, but also being able to see them come up and really, as I say, take the bull by the horns and run with it.
You said as far as like the women artists.
Yeah, as far as women artists and women that has truly been taking over since the beginning of time. What's your intake on that?
Okay, yeah, no, it's cool, man. Like you see a lot of new female artists, and I'm all for it, man. I think female artists really now are. I mean, I spoke back on the '90s. You know, there were some pretty dope ones back then, but uh, female artists right now are doing some pretty dope shit, man. Like, I mean, Cardi B is dope. I don't
Okay,
give a fuck.
okay,
I be watching her shit. She be acting up, but yeah, I'm
okay.
down with it. You know, it's cool.
Most definitely. All right. I feel that. All right. So now, again, switching lanes. So when it comes to sports, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you follow sports a little bit. I'm sure, but what team are you rocking with this year, and who do you see taking the championships this year on both sides, basketball and football?
Oh man, I used to be big into basketball, man. I don't really keep up with it too much no more. My brother is a huge football fan. Um, he listens to sports radio and everything. So I always joke with him because I don't even know shit about it no more. I don't keep up with it really like that too much. I'll always I'll always purposely say shit wrong. Like, yeah, man, I think Dan Marino and the Buccaneers got it this year. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right,
fuck with him
right,
hard.
right.
He be like, shut your ass up. But I'm a huge Charlotte Hornets fan. I mean, I've been a Charlotte Hornets fan since Muggsy Bogues. Uh,
Okay,
Dell Curry, you know, that's when I was playing basketball when I was younger, coming up. Um, and I'm glad they went back to the Charlotte Hornets. Bobcats were cool and all. My man Kimball Walker, I went and saw a couple games. Uh, but yeah, I couldn't really tell you, man. And I'm a Panthers fan. I mean, if I'm chilling, people are watching the game, you know, I'll get into it. But honestly, I never really been too big into sports. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's all good. And listen, what I'm saying, as long as it hasn't left you yet, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, that's part of our mojo as men. That we get together, we link, and we sit around, we watch the game, chop it up, have a good time. So that's where the vibes kick in at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure. It
Yep.
is fun, you know. Uh, a big game going on or something, you know, everybody get together, get some food or something. You know, it's always cool. I'm stepping out on the
Most
porch.
definitely. All right, I feel that. All right, so my next question, man. So, what's been the best piece of advice that you've gotten in your life that has really inspired you to continue to be who you are as an individual and as a man?
Um, well, man, where do I start? There's a lot of things. I mean, a lot of people who know me know I've been through some pretty. Why me? Why is shit always
You
happening to me?
going it?
Why?
You going out on me
Oh,
again?
oh, I'm gonna have to walk back in here. But hold on. If I was good in the studio, I'm gonna go back to the studio. All right, and then
Yeah, I
like
think he was. There we go.
there we go. Yeah, and I just think like hard times like that where you start wondering why is this happening? You know, this and that's happening to you. People get down and whatnot. And I was like that for a while with many situations, and I think everything happens for a reason. And I was given a gift to be able to put it in words and put it in a song, like I spoke on earlier, like an artist that I would look up to when I'd be in my feelings. I put my headphones on. I think everything I've ever been through up to this point, just kind of a sacrifice, like a kind of like a gift and a curse, man. I've been put through it because I can do something with it. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
that's one
Right,
thing. That's one thing that keeps me going, man. No matter what I'm hit with, no matter what happens, man, there's got to be a bigger purpose, you know?
right, right. I agree. All right, so talk to us a little bit now, movie wise. You know, we switching gears. You know, when it comes to movies, man, there are so many movies out here all over the world. But what movie would you deem as number one that I think that the people don't know about you that they would love that they should check out? What's been that number one top latest movie ever that you've seen that you're like, yo, I could watch this over and over again?
Oh man, that's an easy one for me. Tombstone, Doc Holliday.
Okay,
That's my alter ego right there. So,
okay,
I, I'm your Huckleberry. That's the man.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
hmm
feel that. All right, so look, real quick, when it comes to influences, man, you know, being in this industry and you know, seeing so many entertainers go from, you know, from poverty to, you know, now, you know, being this big time entertainer, you know, what are there any entertainers out there, it could either be locally or entertainment wise, that has truly inspired you to, you know, put into your music, you know, the realness, you know, and the true hardcoreness of, you know, saying your music today?
yeah. There's many, man. There's many. I mean, as far as newer artists, he's not really new, but Lil Baby. I was speaking about it the other day. You know, I didn't really catch on to him much at first, but he's grown on me a lot. And one thing I really like about him, like, uh, you know, you'll see a lot of artists, especially in hip hop, kind of down other people for not being where they're at, or you know, they'll talk about cutting people off a lot, you know, and he'll still say shit like that, but he likes to brag on how he looks out, you know, once he got to where he's at, how much he looks out. And I think that's dope, man. That's something that more artists should do. And even in the song mentioned earlier, the bigger picture, he mentioned something about, you know, I got power now. I gotta say something.
Right.
You know, all these videos I see on my conscience, I got power now. I gotta say something. Like, man, I salute that. That's dope. Like, that's awesome. And he, out of a bunch of the new artists, he's really, really grown on me. And other people, I mean, there's a bunch of them out there, but that's the first one that comes to mind.
Okay. Okay. Now, speaking on Little Baby, you know, such a very dope artist out there in the game, putting in the work. You know, came up with a song entitled "The Bigger Picture," which we spoke about earlier. But what,
hmm
you know, listening to that song and hearing that song, what did that song mentally do for you? Like, you know, what about that song really related the most to you?
Okay, yeah, that song, man. When I first heard it, I ran it back like 5 times. I mean, there's a bunch of things in it that you know hit with me because like the line I mentioned a minute ago about him having power, he's got to step in, and you know he's in a position where people gonna hear it, and then you know being a white dude, you know a lot of my close friends, family are black folks. You know they know I've been through a lot, and they know you know it when you hear certain people or certain things, you know even talk about white folks nowadays. Damn, it ain't all of us, you know, shit.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
like he mentioned something because I used to be like, damn, bro, like I've been through shit, you know what I mean? I've been to jail, I've had this and that happen. He says a line in there that answers kind of answers that for me, you know, kind of says something for me because he says, It happened to one of your people. We get it. It's different. The system is wicked. Just know how to pick it. And like, I was like, damn, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It could happen to anybody, white, black, anything. But the way he said that, shit, salute. Like, that makes perfect sense. You feel me? Um,
Most, most
yeah,
definitely.
so, yeah,
Okay. All right. Now, real quick, are you familiar with the show Power at all?
I'm not, man. I don't watch much TV lately. It might be, last thing I watched was when the Wu-Tang thing came on Hulu, but I
Okay.
don't really,
Okay.
I'll be watching, when I do watch TV, it's like, uh, it's them PJ Masks, Paw Patrol with my little girl.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, that got to be in tune with your daughter. Say as much as possible. You know what I mean? All right. So real quick, what's your dream job, man? I'm sure you got a dream job. What's your dream job that you would love to pursue other than just music, or is there a dream job?
Okay. Hmm. Other than music, that's a good question because that would be the first answer. Even engineering, even if I wasn't the artist, I worked at a studio engineering. I've grown a love for that just as much as rapping. That part of the process kind of is new to me. So I really enjoy that. But something else, uh, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I never really thought on that. Like, uh, hmm, maybe. And my mind still goes towards something like a sound engineer. I knew a dude one time who set up like the speakers and like the lights and stuff before shows at stadiums and shit. That seems pretty cool. But um,
Okay. So
yeah.
let me ask this. So and now going back, we want to kind of piggyback real quick because we have a lot of kids out here that are so smart and so influenced by so many different things, man. But whenever what is the relationship like for you when it comes to dealing with kids? Again, like I said, you mentioned your daughter, but other kids that you probably come in contact with. What is that like? For them to see what you got going on and to hear your music, like what is that response like? What does that do for you mentally?
Okay. Yeah. I think uh, I think every artist knows, certain songs and certain things they say to possibly, are gonna be heard by kids, things like that. But it's also due to the people around those kids. It's up to the people around those kids to understand how to deal with that influence. Because a kid's mind, they take it all in, and it can be what's the word? It can be influenced and felt in the wrong way or come back in the wrong way. But as long as you got good people around and good influences that'll say, hey, yeah, it's cool to, cut up, or this song might be fun and whatnot, but hey, don't get out there and do such and such. Um,
Right.
yeah, and with kids, man, I never was a kid type person. I never liked kids. Like, I ain't like to be around the little kids, but ever since Paisley was born, I it just completely changed me with kids, man. I love kids.
Big facts, big facts. Okay. So real quick, so when it comes to venues, I'm sure you performed at a lot of dope venues, a lot of dope areas, but has there been one that you really get a real dope vibe from, that love going and being able to perform at that venue or in that location?
For sure. There's been many good ones. Muddy Mountain, dope. Uh, knew the owner personally, but my favorite of all time, we opened up for Riff Raff, Green Street in Greensboro. Was very, very dope. And I'd love to go back to Green Street. I mean, they got it's kind of like instead of backstage, you go to a little basement area for the artists. And all the artists just down there kind of chopping it up, free drinks, free whatever. And they had this wall over there where all the names on the wall, all these big artists. And I saw Big Crit, Yellow Wolf, Jeezy, a bunch of people, Caskey, and I walked over there and Murphy 1631, you know. So like, yeah, that Green Street was extra dope. And it was just, I mean, as far as we go, that was that night we had a really good show.
Okay. I definitely shouts out to, saying those parties that's been involved, saying in, creating that platform for artists. Um so real quick, talk to us a little bit about your growing up because, a lot of people don't get this opportunity to, understand a little bit of the history, but what was it like growing up as a kid, and being able to, move through life, but also be able to find your niche in this world as to what you were going to be doing for the rest of your life. What was that process growing up? Talk to us a little bit about that. Walk us through, the from the beginning to now. Like how did all of that entail as a kid?
Okay, yeah, for sure. And it's crazy you mentioned that because my big sis just joined. Salute the big sis because that would be a big part of that as far as me growing up. You know, we lived in a single father household, and he was working all the time. So big sis was like my mom, you know. And at times, at that age, there were times I had a little too much freedom. So I did a lot of learning things the hard way. You know what I mean? And took some time to kind of come around because I still ain't, you know, you live and you learn, you go through life, figure it out along the way. But I still ain't got it all the way together. You got to learn every day, you know, try to be a better man today than you were yesterday, and, you know, so on and so forth. So, yeah, and music was always a big influence on a lot of things like that with, you know, how I dealt with things and that's why that's the beauty of music. Even just listening to it, not even us like with the process of creating it. Creating it takes it to another level, but listening to it, you can you know, it could be any emotion, happy, sad, mad, whatever. Music has something for everything. So it's cool, man. And again, that's why I've mentioned him a few times. The guy like Slim from Nigeria. That was what was so cool about that connection to me, to see how much music has influenced him and his situation and why he does all the things he does. And I hope to see him continue to do his thing and succeed, man. Because even talking to him a few times on FaceTime, seems like a good dude. Been in a rough spot, you know. So uh, yeah, my bad. I kind of get the rambling, but yeah, man.
That's all good. Like I said, we definitely appreciate it, man. We definitely, I said, respect you wholeheartedly, and we definitely, I said, want to see you win out here because that's the end goal, is to win and to succeed is and do what you got to do, to continue to be that great man that you are. All right, so real quick, I want to talk to you a little bit about the dating game because the dating game can be, it can be a little bit crazy, but you know what for you, would describe a perfect date? If you had to take a lucky lady out on a date, what can she be expecting from you, or what can any lucky lady for that matter expect, coming from you?
A whole lot of player shit. No, I'm just playing. Uh, no, I mean, really, uh, I'm pretty simple, man. Like, I don't, I really don't go out and do a whole lot of other stuff like that. So I don't know. I, I've always been a big fan of going to the movies. You know,
Okay.
pick out a good movie that's out, something like that. But I ain't been on like a date in a long time like that. Like, uh, yeah. So I mean, something like that. Uh, maybe a restaurant or something. But other than that, man, I don't know. These days, it's kind of changed. Like a date, setting it up, you know, it's a little different. People just kind of meet, chill, you know, do whatever
Right.
really, you know. And me and my boy were talking about that the other day. Even the way people meet each other is different because social media. Like we were talking about social media earlier. Now somebody likes a couple of your pictures of this or that, go in the DMs, and bam, you got a number. You ain't even met him in person yet or something. Sometimes
Right.
uh, back in the day, you know. school and stuff, it's a pretty girl or something you got a crush on, whatever, you had to get your pride up and get the nuts to go over and talk to her, maybe get shot down in front of your boys, you know. So
Right, right.
it's there's a lot of things different with that right now. But yeah, man, I just I just kind of go with the flow with those things. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: do you feel like there should be a age requirement on on who you date and who you choose to rock with, or do you feel like it shouldn't really matter?
Mm. Uh, well, yeah, it definitely should be an age. Like, I mean, a little different, a little bit ain't bad, man. Like, I dated a chick that was way younger than me for a little while, and she seemed at first like, a little more mature. But yeah, long story. But anyway, damn, I think that's okay because you see people who are older, like older couples that are 8 years apart, 10 years apart, or
Hmm.
whatever. When they're up there, when it's someone who's uh, you know 38, someone who's 30, nobody paying no mind, But if it's someone who's 18 or someone who's whatever, you know what I'm saying? People look at it different. Once you get
Hmm.
down to them, ages, because people are more vulnerable at that age, man. They don't know what they're doing. Um, so what they want yet, or even what they're doing when it comes to.
Most definitely, most definitely. I feel that. I feel that. All right. So real quick, what is your perfect dream vacation? What is there anywhere in the world dream wise that you haven't been to that you would love to go and make as your main dream vacation?
Oh man, like you know, I mean, a lot of people, my close people know this about me, but I'm big in camping, like uh, archery, stuff like that. Like I could go out in the woods and survive. Like I love the mountains. I mean, we used to go to the mountains when I was younger. Like even in the hottest part of the summer, that water is icy cold, and I love that, man. I love just being uh, just deep in the woods, peaceful, nothing but nature. Like being up early in the morning out there as as the sun comes up and stuff, seeing like the woods come to life and stuff. It's dope. And beaches and stuff, beaches cool. And Ireland would be dope. 'Cause my family's Irish and stuff. Murphy's big Irish name. Uh, yeah,
Okay.
Ireland would be dope.
All right. Cool beans. So real quick, for people that don't know, do you have a favorite food that you love that that has really been like your go-to when it comes to foods, or are you more open to trying some of any and everything?
I'm pretty easy when it comes to food. Philly cheesesteak's one of my favorite things in the world, but then as far as food, but EJ, he likes to cook and whatnot. He be eating good. If I'm by myself most of the time, I'll eat a ham and cheese sandwich every day. I ain't really big on, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm open to stuff. You know what I mean? I like Italian food a lot, like pastas, things like that. Um, but for the most part, I'm not very picky about food, man.
Okay, okay. So real quick, we talked about a little bit of entertainers earlier, but do you have a celebrity crush? And if you do, who is that celebrity dream crush that you would love to take out for just a night on the town to just have a good time with?
Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Selma Hayek's fine ass.
You said
That
who
little
now?
that Spanish accent she's got. Ven aquí, mi amor. I speak Spanish to her too. I let her know. Selma Hayek, she can come scoop me up, take me away. Nah, for real. There's a couple
Okay,
of Jennifer Aniston too. I used to be big into Jennifer Aniston. She's bad. Even she's older in her 50s. She's still bad. But
right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Some high coach.
Okay. So real quick, now we're again switching lanes. When it comes to cars, what cars out there, or what are your most favorite cars out there that you've seen that you would love to either own or be able to, what I'm saying, call your toy as they call it.
Okay. I always liked Jaguars. I used to tell my papa I wanted to get one when I got older, and he would always tell me that it's an expensive car, but I like the old ones, like lights on them. But Jaguar sold to uh, nowadays. I'm still a big fan of the old school, big like box cars. Like my first car was a '91 Grand Marquis with a blue rag top. I love an old school car, man. Like yeah, so it'd have to be something like that, like a late '80s, early '90s Chevy Caprice, like just leather interior, something real comfortable. Cause you riding them old cars, it's like you riding a boat, and you hit a bump, you're
Right,
gonna float.
right.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right, so real quick, jumping back into the music question real quick. You and another dear brother of mine who go by the name of Two Real came out with this Vape 2 project. Tell us a little bit about Vape 2 and what it represents and what's the message behind Vape 2. What made y'all want to put out Vape 2?
Oh man, I just got off the phone with my brother Too Real. Big shout out to Too Real. Um, vape vape is special. Like I was just talking to him about that because the first one, Stepchild, when he come on to CRG, Stepchild was the first song him and I made together, and it wasn't planned. I was in my room across from the studio, heard him in there making it. He got towards the end, and I had been writing to the same beat. Didn't even know he was coming to do it. And I came in like, hey, I got something. You know what I mean? He's do it. Go ahead. And that was the start
Mm-hmm.
of Murphy and Two Real right there. And we didn't even know it. And then same happened with the rest of Fate. You know, we started doing a couple remixes and wasn't even planned how it happened. And it just kept coming out dope, like really dope. And that was also my start at engineering. I engineered all of the vape. EJ probably popped in. Well, he definitely popped in a few times, saved me, helped me out, with engineering. He's the man with it. Um, but yeah, that really got me going with engineering. And as far as a relationship with my brother, Too Real, like me and him, that really set it off with us with music. And we talked, and we're also both big fans of when Wayne used to do all the mixtapes back in the day, jumping on other people's beats and just wrecking them. And that's the goal. We got our own beats, we got stuff that's official. Um, so remix is all free. It's all just out of love. It's just to kill a popular beat that the people like, just to show them, hey, here's something for y'all, and
Right, right.
yeah. So and then we shot the music video to Belly after taking a trip to Baltimore. Me and him, we have been up, we have been going. We got back just enough time to change and go shoot the music video. Like, yeah, Vape One is definitely like a very memorable, always will be a very memorable part of my music, anything I've done with music. So we're gonna keep it going, man. Vape 2. We just started on Vape 2, but there's gonna be a 3, 4, 5, what I mean? We're gonna keep it going. And then he's got his
Right.
album
As,
out.
as, it, as they say, keep the trilogy going, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. And for those on here who may not know, Vape is very authentic people entertainment. So we
Okay,
keep it
okay.
authentic. We keep it super.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so real quick, um, has your career been everything that you wanted it to be, and do you still feel like you got more in the tank to go?
Oh man, I look at things. I look at my brothers around me who inspire me. I haven't done half as much as I should. Like I've got one album out. I just be chilling, to be honest. I'm in the back. I've been in the background a lot. And I started CRG with EJ. I've been the day one. You know what I mean? Everybody knows. I can rap. I'm on a ton of features. I do all this, but right now, I'm glad you mentioned that because right now I'm about to really go in with my music. With my next album coming up, 1631, and then I'm working on a couple more projects. King and I talking about doing a joint album, almost like on some Outcast stuff. And then I wanna right now, like I've just been pumping it out, man. Like music's just been so easy lately. I've been in a good space. So while I'm feeling that way, I'm gonna pop out now. I'm gonna pop out of nowhere with a whole lot.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so real quick, what advice do you have for the younger up and coming artists out here in the game, chasing their dreams, chasing the bag? What advice can you throw out there to them to keep them going, to keep them motivated, to keep them pushing?
Okay. This is something I say to a lot of artists. I've said it a lot. Uh, don't get discouraged. Your first song might not be good. Second song might not be. It's all a notch on your belt. You ain't gonna hit your first jump shot. You gonna have to stand out there and shoot for a while before you get it. And that's the same with music. You gotta find your sound. You gotta find what works for you. And also don't let nobody else's opinion of your music steer you away from how you want to do it, because music is about personal preference, bro. Like I say that all the time. If somebody disagrees with you on what they like with music, cool. Or like, you know what I mean? That's fine. That's what you like. Somebody don't like my music. That's absolutely fine. Because we might not have grown up the same way. We might not have the same experience or same taste in, whatever it may be. So yeah, man, always stay true to yourself and keep them hitting them jumpers. Keep practicing, shooting in the gym. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Repetition's the father of learning.
Most
We repeatedly do. Greatness then is not an action, but a habit.
facts, big facts. And my last and final question, man, when it comes to change and, America, getting back to the way it used to be, do you feel like there can be change in this world that we're living in? Or do you feel like it's still going to take more and more work that, that has to be put in out here in America?
Yeah, yeah, I feel like it definitely can be. I mean, I don't just think there can be. I think it's inevitable. Like we're at a point right now where something's got to happen. I mean, and it's going. It's like how they say it might get worse before it gets better. Like
Right.
there's some shit's probably gonna go down where it might get crazy, but at the end of the day, it's got to change. People ain't happy. I mean, people are, losing brothers, sisters, and fathers, mothers, kids, like, and for crazy shit. I mean, and the justice system, like I've dealt with it my damn self, man. A lot of things got to change. Like they be putting people through hell over little shit. So yeah,
Right.
I mean, once again, I could ramble on about shit like that because I talk with my people about stuff like that all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely change will come.
Okay. Well, real quick, Murphy, bro, we want to take this opportunity to thank you, man, for coming on here, chopping it up with us on episode 139. It's telling us our time is winding down. We got 58 seconds. But hey, man, make sure you guys follow my man Murphy, on all social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we definitely look forward to bringing you back on another episode, bro. And definitely take care of yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. And much love to you, my brother. Much success to you, all right?
All right, I appreciate it, man. Same to you. Appreciate what you do with the independent scene, and much love to everybody who tuned in.
Most
CRG
definitely.
Music, 1631.
Already. Let's get it, my brother.
All right, bro.
All right, G. And there you guys have episode 139 is officially wrapped. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow on episode 140. This has been your boy, Honcho J23, and you are now tuned into the latest, hottest show, the most episodic show on Instagram Live, Independent Scene with your shooting Honcho J. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next.